Valley Club, this guy is insane. We got a brand new Void Legendary just added to the game today, and man, this guy is good everywhere. We're going to talk about how good his kit is, and if you're ready for it, you know what to do, Valley Club. Find that like button, and let's go smash it. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin Raid channel. I am ValleyFlyin. Hope you're having an excellent day. We got a new Void Legendary added to the game, and this guy looks insane everywhere. Is it worth going for this guy or staying on the path for these turtles? I got my thoughts in this video, and if you get some value from the video today, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you know as soon as a brand new raid video goes up. On a normal week, at least 6 pieces of Raid Shadow Legends content every week on the channel. Well, let's jump into our index and take a look at Clazak. He's a new member of the Oregon tribes, and Clazak Key Hulk is very, very strong. Only 2 ratings so far. All 5s all across the board though, and on hellhades.com gets a 5 out of 5, and the areas he's good in is pretty much everywhere in the game. If we look at these ratings here, 5-star in pretty much every area. There are a few 4 stars. There's 1 3-star, but man, this guy is strong. But before we start to compare Clazak to some of these turtles, I do want to remind you guys, there is a login calendar for a free turtle right now, Michelangelo. All you need to do is log in for 7 days, and if you use the link in the description or that QR code up there, you're going to get off to one of the best starts in Raid Shadow Legends, triple legendary, triple epic. As soon as you're done with the tutorial, you're going to get Karato Fox Hunter in your account, and then when you have that, enter one of these codes within your first 24 hours to get another legendary champ. My recommendation is to use that Desert Queen code to get another Void Legendary 200x. She is a great support champ, pairs very good with Michelangelo. Monkey King is also another great character to get. He's great for PvP, especially in the late game, but you could enter one of those codes, any one of those codes. You could only use one. But then after level 10, 20, and 30, you're going to get some great epic champs in Uugo, Zargala, and Tagoar as well. But let's get back to Clazak right now, because this guy is so overpowered looking. Let's start with this passive. Drone of Agony. Whenever this champion places a debuff on an enemy, deals damage equal to 1% of their max HP for each debuff they're currently under. Stacks up to 10%. That is strong. Bosses, my goodness, once per skill and per target. So this is based on enemy max HP. That is one of the strongest passives that I could recall in the game, especially for boss killing, things like that. So this looks like a boss killer, Hydra, Chimera, all other bosses. Maybe not as strong in PvP with that passive, but the rest of it is very, very good. Is A3, 6-turn cooldown, goes down to 4 turns when fully booked. Place a counterattack buff and unkillable buff on all allies for 2 turns. What the heck? All right, you're not, and most bosses can't remove the unkillable. So yeah, this is great for bosses. Some champs can, but not all champs can remove that unkillable and that counterattack. A counterattack, especially if you get a bunch of champs with strong A1s, that could be debilitating for the enemies. Also place a taunt buff on this champion for 2 turns. If a boss is present in the current round, these buffs are protected. What is that? That is so strong, my goodness. All right, next is the A2, 4-turn cooldown, and goes on to a 3-turn cooldown when fully booked. Also adds 25% debuff chance, so attacks all enemies for 2 times. The first hit has a 75% chance of placing a 60% decrease, actually 100% when fully booked, a 60% decreased defense debuff, and a 25% weakened debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. These buffs cannot be resisted by bosses, so no need for accuracy for this part. And after the second hit, 75% chance and goes up to 100 when fully booked. Place a chance of placing a 50% decreased accuracy debuff and a 50% decreased resistance debuff on all enemies returns for 2 turns. These also cannot be resisted by bosses. My goodness, this is just a boss killer. Decreased accuracy, decreased resistance, decreased defense, and weaken. Just opening up for all your teammates, all your nukers there. And then the A1 attacks 1 enemy, transfers all debuffs from this champion to the target before the attack, has a 75% chance of placing a true fear debuff for 1 turn. This debuff cannot be resisted by bosses, and damage is based on defense. So you don't need a lot of accuracy for this character as well. The buff chance goes from 75 to 100 when fully booked, and his aura is allied defense in all battles by 33%, and he is a defense-based champion, but it doesn't look like any of his skills are based on defense. It's based on the enemy max HP. So this guy looks very, very strong. As far as his ratings on Hell Hades, as we said, very strong. 5-star in all areas. Demon Lord, or in most areas. Demon Lord, Hydra, Waves, Chimera, Amias, very, very good. Dungeons, very good in all dungeons. Not as strong in Iron Twins, but still 4-star in Iron Twins. And then hard mode, gonna be great in those battles as well. Great for Doom Tower and good in Arena. So very, very strong. As far as the multipliers, we have 3.3 multipliers for his A1, a 2 multiplier based on defense for his A2, nothing for the A3 because that's just a bunch of buffs that he's placing on the on your allies. And yeah, the multiplier for the passive is 0.01 of the target's max HP. So looks like a very, very strong champ. Now, as far as the release method for this new champ, nobody knows what is gonna be the release method. My prediction is a progressive drop event or something like that. We do have these events that were sort of leaked, sort of not leaked. These were released with the patch notes on the Android and iOS store, I believe. And Polarium did come out and say that this information was not totally accurate. I'm not sure what is different from what's actually gonna happen, but this was released and it looks like we have a full slate of schedule. We have the current fusion going on for Granite Doorkeep, and that looks like it ends right when this Ace Reporter event begins. So looks like a lot of October is filled. Also, that week that it ends, we have this Sword Path event that was listed here. Again, this may or may not be accurate, but it looks like it is accurate. At least the dates look like they're accurate. The Sword Master Path event. This is for the Leonardo, and a lot of people are expecting Sacred Shards. Now, the thing is, he's the new champ. He's a Void champ, so you're gonna be able to get him from Void Shards. I think the only way we're gonna get him is a progressive drop. I'm wondering if there will be able to fit an event in this. It doesn't look like there's anything towards the end of October, at least if these dates are correct. I'm assuming these dates are kind of correct. Between the 16th and the end of the month, and especially during the last week, the 23rd through the 30th. So maybe there's going to be an event for this new champ. I think he is worth pushing, but as far as if you're going to push for either one or the other, I think if I were to push for one or the other, I would push for these, especially because it looks like these events would be coming first. And then the only time we don't really have a event is during the 23rd to the 30th right now, at least right now. So I'm thinking that I'm just gonna open all my shards for Leonardo, and hopefully the Raphael event from the 13th through the 16th. The rumored Hothead Deck of Fate would be a something with souls. So I'm saving all my souls right now for this. But this champ, the new champ, looks great. This is a great addition to the Odoran tribes. Yeah, hopefully it's not just with Void Shards and progressive drops. I just used all of my Void Shards for that double summon Void Shards. But yeah, the good thing about this guy is, unlike the turtles, after the 13th of November, this guy will still be available. Very, very tough to get this character because he's a Void Legendary, but at least we still have a chance to get these, unlike the turtles, which are probably going to be going away permanently on the 13th. So let me know what you are going to do with this guy. Let me know your thoughts on this guy. Are you going to try to go for him? Are you going to save your Void Shards for potential progressive drop for this guy? Do you think there's another event coming, some kind of guaranteed event for him? Let me know down in the comments. Hopefully you got some value from the video today. And if you did, leave the video a like, check me out on social media, check out some other videos on the channel, and have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, if you want to start that brand new account, use that link in the description or that QR code up there to start that brand new Raid Shadow Legends account. And I will see you guys next time. Hulk fist bump. ValleyFlyin out. Take care, guys.